All right, so I figured I'd do a video today of before, during, and after of a roof wash. This house is about 2,900 square feet. The front portion is pretty steep. The back portion does have a flatter surface. I figured I'd just do some before and after on the front, and then on the back I'll kind of show you how I spray it down, since I can walk up there while it's wet with no issues. I do have the ladder out. It is a little windy today. So I just want to make sure I don't have any overspray going anywhere. You can see a bunch of that black on there. You see the more true color up there towards the top. It's more of a gray shingle. This side right here is pretty bad. Got a little jut out here over a bush. For the most part, this one does not have a flower bed, thank the Lord. That saves about 30 minutes of rinsing and tarping and everything else. I've already sprayed the garage. The dog likes to talk, that's for sure. Already sprayed the garage, letting it sit for a little bit. Don't think I'll have to do a second coat on it. I got a pretty strong mix in there at the moment, but we'll see what happens after I get the rest of the house sprayed. All right, excuse the dogs in the background. Seems like all the neighborhood dogs are talkative around here. It's a little windy still, but just gonna start spraying up here at the top. I got it on a little bit less flow than I typically do, just to reduce that overspray a little more. I don't really lose anything distance wise, but what I typically do is I'll left to right or right to left, doesn't matter, start at the top, just kind of get it soaked, and just keep going back and forth and let that soap and that chemical run down naturally and coat that shingle. You can see it's turned white. That's soap starting to interact with the granulars on the roof. Let's see, it'll slowly run down. You got that soap in there. It helps gain traction. All right, so I'm still on the back of the roof here. Just finished spraying the steep portion. Not too bad on runoff. Like I said, I got it kind of soapy, so it really helps on these steeper roofs. Just going to demonstrate doing a fan tip. This is a little bit more flow. This is the full 5.5 gallons coming out of the nozzle. Now, if you're standing on a ladder or up on a flat roof like this is going to be the same technique you use. So, starting from the top, I kind of just work my way across. Just get a nice even coat on there. Making sure you're not overdoing it. Like I said, you want to be careful with runoff. This house does have gutters on the back, so, and they go to concrete. They don't go into a flower bed or anything. Always be careful on the sides. All right, this is something important I should have mentioned towards the beginning, but on these edges here, see we got grass down there. Now, if you're spraying from, say, the middle where that pipe is, or even if you're standing here and you're spraying towards the edge of the roof, you're gonna have a lot of splatter and a lot of overspray that's gonna land on that grass with the potential of killing it. So what you wanna do is normally you wanna be on a lesser tip or just turn it down. You basically just use your nozzle and you just spray straight down. Just let it run down a little bit, because you don't want to do too much or else it's gonna start splattering even more. You just let that shingle soak it in, and you control the overspray by just getting as close as you can. Now, if you're on a ladder, move your ladder as far as you can over, use your straight shooter, and just spray up, let it run down, spray up, let it run down. All right, so I'm going back, just putting one light coat on the rest of the roof. I want to show you this. You can kind of see it right here in front of me. It's like a dusty brown. That's from that stuff getting killed off. Now that it's dried up a little bit, you can see it's like a dusty brown. depending on how bad a roof is or which parts are the worst, I'll go back and do one light coat before I leave after it dries. Just got done with this second coat here. Not too bad on the runoff, even for having 2 coats on it. All right, so I got 2 coats on the entire roof. Cleaning out the pump, run it for a few minutes, get some fresh water through there. Use about 60 gallons. That's 2 coats on the entire roof. You don't have to absolutely drench these things. Just nice even coat. And go over it again. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and the following day. Today's Monday. So hopefully Thursday, if we have a dry day, I can come back over here and get some after shots. But it's already changing colors, especially this side right here. Starting to get a little bit more gray, that natural color. But not too hard. I'm one man today, and I did about 2,500 square foot of roof in about 90 minutes, I think. And that's with getting all the hoses out and everything like that. Luckily, I didn't have to do any tarping, just a little bit of plant rinsing. But I'll add some after shots to the end so y'all can see a before and after of it. Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks since I sprayed this roof. Would have came over here sooner, but it's literally just been raining non-stop the past few weeks. As you can see, no more black streaks. That gray is popping out of that shingle color. It's hard to tell on the first video, but you can tell now where that gray is popping out a lot more. It was just covered up, dingy. Nothing to it. Just let it sit. Rain does the job. Brand new roof.